Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. Starting a few minutes early because for some reason I'm probably forgetting something, which is the problem. I'm ready early. Usually I'm scrambling with the last things as I'm hitting the go live button. But today, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I got good sleep. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Thing is, we're a couple minutes early, and I hope you're okay with that. It is a beautiful, this is a perfect day in Hawaii right here. Cool trade winds, early morning showers, but they look to be dissipating. Some clouds over the mountains. It's just a absolutely... Not everyone would agree with me. I understand that. There's lots of people who like it hot, like Mrs. Reverse Ops likes it hot. But it's perfect for me. And you know, I can be selfish, can't I? Good morning, Alan. Good to see you. Well, I saw a couple other mods in here earlier. Of course, my chat is not cooperating for some reason. Ah, I did see him. Mrs. Wolves is here. Miss Wolves is here. Hello, Miss Wolves. Why is my two-finger scrolling not work? That's going to be annoying. Hello, Charlie Bravo. H. Dot. Fritz. Keith is here. Hello, Keith. Got Reinhardt in the house. Hello. Sharon, thanks for being here. That two-finger scroll, not being able to do that, it's kind of annoying. Two-finger scroll is what the basis of a two-finger scroll works on that. That's weird. Let's just close this window down and try it over again. See, I told you something wasn't right. Maybe the two-finger scroll doesn't work till 6:45 a.m. Probably not the case. Oh, there we go. Two-finger scroll is back. Crisis has been averted. So this is the Sun Country Minnesota Golden Gopher livery. I think it's the Minnesota Golden Gopher. Sounds right to me. I know very little about Sun Country and very little about Golden Gophers, so... It is a long way from home. It's been here a while. I think it's on vacation. I think it's been here since at least the weekend. I don't know. It's on the hard ramp, and there's zero activity around it. So I'm going to guess it's still going to not go out during this show. So I'm assuming it came here on a charter flight. We get a lot of Sun Country coming in here on a charter flight. We don't usually have the special liveries, but we usually get... Sun Countries are not super uncommon around here. We get them a couple of times a year, and they usually go back and forth to Salt Lake or at least Utah. And the word I've heard is it's charters from the Mormon Church. But if you're watching on the I have a behind-the-scenes cam going today, an actual behind-the-scenes cam. If you're watching on that, I'm shrugging. I have no idea. I'm shrugging. Because I really don't know. But maybe I'm not supposed to know. But anyway, it's here. It's probably not going out during the show, so that's okay. Hello, Josh. Good to see you. don't know exactly even what it is a golden. What's the difference between a gopher and a golden gopher? We also have the toothpaste livery here again this morning. I guess this one didn't make the cut to go to Rome. Wah, wah. That's okay. It'll probably end up in Rome eventually. Our first one that we're going to see in the air is now started to roll just to the left of this shot. It is right here. We're going to pass Fred. We'll come back to Fred. So that was Hawaiian Flight 1018 heading off to Kailua Kona. So we'll come back over here to Fred. There is a C5 Galaxy down there. There's also the tail of the MD-11 down there. That MD-11 is the one that was up here on this end that we've seen the engine run up a couple of times. There might be another Fred over there. There might be two. I think I see another tail. Yeah, there's two Freds over there. Look at that. One behind. Actually, technically, they're both behind from this angle, but you know what I mean. One to the left of the MD-11. Then there's the tail sticking up over the trees. So there's two Freds over there. Hopefully we'll see one of those go out today. I'm still in shock of that Fred we saw overhead in the members only stream from Sunday. That was easily top 5 catches of the year. If you missed that, I did clip it and make it its own video. Hopefully you're as in awe of it as I am. Hello, CFI on the fly. We got Brandon Rabbit. Hello, Brandon. Our good friend and moderator, Alan Burton, has been with us for 27 big months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Alan. Thanks for all you do here for the channel. Appreciate it. We have a Queen rolling down to the reef runway. I don't know why that was so hard to pull out of my brain. There's a Queen rolling out to the reef runway. We'll catch that when it rolls. We have, yeah, 2 Freds are better than 1. Is that Fred squared? I don't know. So Upper reminds us that tomorrow is Lay Day here. So May Day here in Hawaii, it's Lay Day. Usually you wear lays to work. That practice, I'll be honest, I know a lot of people say, oh, it ain't what it used to be, and, you know, things have changed and not for the better. And Lay Day is one of the things that I will tell you is a good indicator of things aren't what they used to be. And I've only been here 20 years. I can't imagine if you've lived here for your whole life and you're in your 60s of what the changes are from the 70s to now. But I will say that Leyte is it's like the canary in the coal mine. It's an indicator of something has changed. And when I first moved here, 2006, Leyte, there was everywhere you went, people were wearing leis. And if you went down to the business district downtown, there was lei stands set up in the squares. People were buying leis, giving leis to their employees. It was leis everywhere. And it's not even a tenth of what it used to be, and I think that's a shame. But I'm sure a lot of the people who grew up here are like, oh, listen to the outsider talking about how Hawaii is not the same. You're part of the reason Hawaii is not the same. Well, yeah, probably. But I don't know. But anyway, that's a long, depressing story to tell you that tomorrow is Lei Day. So if you know anybody, give them a lei. And tomorrow is a twofer. Because tomorrow is also the 3-year anniversary of Reverse Ops. That's culturally insensitive, Brandon. So tomorrow is Reverse Ops' 3rd birthday. When we're not making a big deal out of it because it's weird throwing yourself a party. But it's also just the 3 years of the day I uploaded the first video. So it's not, I don't know. None of you were around then, so why would it, none of you were around then. It was just me watching my video over and over, trying to get the view count up. The first video was Emua 1. I think I've told this story a half a dozen. There's no planes moving right now. I'm having a vamp here. The whole reason I started the YouTube channel is I used to do pictures, and Instagram was good for pictures. And then I started taking video because, as you all know, I'm sure all of you watching, oh, thank you, Upper. I'm sure all of you know, you wouldn't be here if you didn't know, that video captures something that still pictures cannot. Still pictures are great and all. I love taking actual photography, but video really captures something that pictures cannot. All the other most of the other senses are involved with video. Not all the other. There's no smell-o-vision yet. So I started taking video, clipping it for Instagram. And then when Emua 1 came here, if you don't know, Emua 1 is Southwest special livery for Hawaii, which we might see today. It's supposed to be here today. I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposed to be here somewhere. When Emua 1 first came here, it did a flyby of 4 right, a low pass, and then it came in to land on 4 right. And I took a video of that, and it was too long for Instagram. Thank you, CFI on the fly. So the video ended up being about 3 minutes long of Enroll 1. And Instagram had a limit back then. You couldn't post things that long. And I didn't want to break it up into a couple of videos, so I just decided, oh, well, let's just throw it on YouTube and we'll link it. So I created the Reverse Ops YouTube page, posted that video. It did horribly coming in for us on this runway. Well, I see it on flight radar. I don't see it in real life. It's out there somewhere. Not long after that, I took a trip to Dallas and I did some spotting out there, and that's when I first saw Walt from runway DFW. He was I didn't even know live streaming was a thing. And I saw Walt out there and I was fascinated. And it just so happened to be, I don't know if you guys remember, Kevin from Airline Videos. He went out to DFW for the first time. It just so happened to be that day, and there was all these people out there. There was a lot of excitement to meet Kevin and Walt out there, and it was kind of mind-blowing. Okay, that might be the glitchiness you're appealing might be YouTube, because it's not. I don't think it's on my end, so it might be a YouTube issue. So everybody just bear with us here. Yeah, my internet going out appears to be good, so we'll keep an eye on it. But it might be a YouTube thing. Well, I don't. Maybe it's me talking. I don't know. I don't know. My internet looks solid. I don't know what's going on. But we are trying something new today, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that something weird is happening. Ooh, the Fred's got his door up. Look at that. Hold on. Okay, we got a queen coming in, but Fred's got his door up. Man, sorry, Zippy. We gotta look at that. Look at that. See if we can get the focus. There we go. Fred's got the nose up. We're gonna pull around to that queen on final, and then we'll come back to Fred with his nose up. So Queen will be coming around that side. Hello, Ron. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Thanks, Eham. I wonder if it's just a regional YouTube thing. Sometimes some of YouTube's servers, not everybody hits the same YouTube server. There's servers all over the place. And I wonder if one of them was having a little issue today. But it makes me nervous because we're actually trying something new, and I'll tell you about that here in a little while after I'm done reminiscing about the start of this channel. So I'm not exactly sure the date I was out there in Dallas, but it was the date Kevin was out there the first time to hang out with Walt and stream from DFW. So there's a lot of people out there. It was very exciting. So when I went home and talked to Mrs. Reverse Ops about that, who didn't know she was going to become Mrs. Reverse Ops at the time, she said, you should do that. And I said, what do you mean? She said, no one does it here. You should do it. And so between that time and August, when I had my first stream, I hemmed and hawed, and she kept poking at me to do it. And eventually I realized she was right, which I should just realize that to start with, because she's right all the time. And sometime in August is the actual first live stream, so it took me several months to hem and haw and get stuff together. And the rest, and now you know the rest of the story. Oh, I'm glad you got to see him, Eham. I do have a video of it. Those pictures were actually clipped from the live stream. But I recorded them onto the camera in 4K, and when I made the video, it was too big to post on Instagram because it was in 4K. So I need to transcode that video. I've been neglecting a few things here. Let's get our good friend Jonathan McD is in the house. Hello, Jonathan. Jonathan has gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership, and I was talking so much that I let the screen scroll too far, and I can't see who got the membership. So we will just ask for a random thank you to Jonathan McD. So if you're wondering how long it took me to listen to Mrs. Reverse Ops advice, our first live stream was August 20th. So August 20th will be here. Ah, okay, cool. Congratulations, Brian. Thanks for being around. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. CM Bailey. I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, let's see if the Fred still has his nose up. Yep, Fred still has his nose up down there. Okay. Got American Airlines wandering down the Alpha right now. That's going to head out, most likely head out to the Reef Runway. Next one coming in, we get a lot of 717 action over the next 20 minutes or so. 10 minutes. Well, thanks again, Jonathan. Yeah, Upper, I think YouTube is having issues. I don't think it's on the outbound from here. I hope not anyway, because it's telling me I'm delivering a constant bit rate. It's not even fluctuating today, so that's good. Charlie Bravo, yes. Hey, Kelvin, speaking of minute rice, if you want a good laugh, go to Foodland or Times and find an auntie working there and ask her where the minute rice is. The look they will give you is priceless. These are a pair of Uniteds. The one in the front, the bigger one, is heading off to SFO. The one in the back, that's the 757, that's heading off to LA with the extra X. The Incredible Bulk, that is Imua 1. I-M-U-A, Imua 1. Amua is Hawaiian for go forth, go forward. And it is the special livery for the state of Hawaii. They introduced that back here 3 years ago when they... 3 years ago tomorrow. Well, when was the... I didn't post it on the same day. So it was 3 years ago about right now. They introduced that, which is a little bit after they started flying here. But we should see that in today's show. Let's see if we can figure out where it's at. It should be coming in at 9 o'clock. Yeah, it should be here at 9, coming in from Lehue at 9:05. It skirted out here a couple minutes early. We didn't see it when it was leaving. CM Bailey is back to CM Bailey. All right. So let's see. Let's keep an eye on Fred, because I wonder if Fred's going to go out today. A little bit of heat haze or exhaust haze covering up Fred right now. That's why it's so funny, Kelvin, because they will look at you like you're crazy. Thank you very much, EM. EM's coming with a €10 super chat. It says, thanks, Patrick, for providing the excellent streams for us for 3 years. Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you for all your help with the logistics and stuff. Ooh, why is that freaking out? Don't know. So if you're watching on the 360 camera today, oh, I miss an American. I'm missing American. Too much stuff going on. Where's he at? There he is. Good thing I had the super zoom queued up. Next one out there will be a triple. We'll try not to fumble that one. But thanks again, Eham. I really appreciate it. Wow, Frank. Our very good friend, Frank Schoenstein, who's has visited the channel before. He's visited the channel in a place that wasn't Hawaii. He hung out with us at AvCon. Huge supporter of the channel. Thank you very much, Frank. 20 gifted memberships. That is huge. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This and all your support, Frank. It was very good hanging out with you further. I wish we could have hung out a little more. It was very hectic that day. Well, it seemed hectic at the time, but it went by like a flash. But there's a lot of names there, so if you see your name or got a notification from YouTube, please join me in thanking our good friend Frank Schoenstein. My binoculars. Keep an eye on Fred without So I hate coincidences. You know, coincidences happen all the time. And they drive me nuts. They drive me nuts, especially in my line of work. Like, not this thing here. Well, this thing here too, but especially at my day job. You have a problem, and you fix it, and then coincidentally something breaks. So you're like, did me fixing this break that? So coincidences happen all the time. They drive me nuts. So today, we're trying out half a new internet. So I have a modem that has 2 SIM cards in it, and what it does is it takes those 2 SIM cards and bonds the 2 signals together, and then so it sends it off to a server, and then the server sends it off as one stream to YouTube. So that effectively, not really, it kind of doubles my internet. It's one of those things. Makes it run smoother. Well, it's all run by SIM cards like your phone. So I had been paying T-Mobile, but as you know, cell phone plans are expensive and very limiting. They only give you so much data, so I was having to swap out SIM cards, and you're always hitting the limit of one and then swapping out for another, and having to make sure at the end of the month you have enough data to do a show. So I have like 6 T-Mobile SIM cards that I keep swapping around. Well, I'm trying this new company that it's a reseller, and they promise unlimited data, no caps, no throttling, no nothing. So we're trying, coincidentally, we're trying them out today, the day we're having internet issues. But as I said, I don't think it's internet issues from here to YouTube. I think it's from YouTube to you. I hope. Next one out on the reef runway is a 757. That's heading off to LA with the extra X. We'll pick it up as it starts to roll. But this is supposed to be unlimited. So theoretically, if I only have one of them because I wanted to try out, make sure it actually works here in Hawaii. And I did get a very nice handwritten note from the company saying I was their first customer in Hawaii. So I'm kind of a guinea pig out here. But it does run off T-Mobile towers. So hope there is hope. So with this, I would be able to just have 2 SIM cards for the whole month and not have to swap them out. The price is a little more expensive, but it's almost the same price as the 6 SIM cards. So if it works out, I can cancel some of the other ones. When you're trying out new internet and the internet freaks out, is that a coincidence or is it what I'm doing? You never know. Oh, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, I think it, from the description of some of you and from Mrs. Reverse Ops, it seems like it's YouTube, some of YouTube's servers might be having an issue. Oh, that's a bummer, Eham. Well, if anybody is using too much data, it is probably you. But I always hate that. I hate that when cell phone companies say you have unlimited data. But that's kind of a lie. It's kind of legalese speak to get around telling you. Because if you have unlimited data, but after 7 gigs of data, it goes down to 128 kilobits a second. That's essentially killing your data. You can't even function off that. So it's limiting your data, and I think it should be illegal, personally. I have thought about that, Brandon, but I still don't think out here I would have the I would have the total bandwidth to go 4K, because I would need, because right now the show runs on about 5 megabit, which is a good enough for a 1080-30 or 1080-60 signal. But to get 4K, it multiplies everything by 4, so I would have to have a good 20 megabit total, which for the cap wouldn't be a problem, but for the actual throughput I can get out here, probably not going to happen. I could bump up the bit rate a little bit and maybe get a little bit clearer of a signal, but I don't know. 4K might be pushing it. I don't see how some of those other people do 4K. Like, I know Only Planes Network does 4K. A couple of the UK streamers do 4K. I think Airliners Live does 4K, but they have a landline internet. I did see they were going to try 8K on one of their members only streams. That's that might be pushing it for pushing its sake. But even my encoder does not support, the encoder I use currently does not support 4K either, so I'd have to buy and get a different encoder. So thanks again, Frank. I really appreciate it, and congratulations to all the 20 new members that are now members thanks to Frank. I appreciate that. Our good friends Hans Olav Moak is coming at us with is that 24 months? Did you switch over to blue today? That nice blue badge. Thank you for your support. He says 78710 Dreamliner. Hopefully we'll have one of those in the show today. The 10, I know. I'm trying to remember if anybody else besides Korean brings a 10 in there. But Korean will be a 10 later on. I haven't flown on a 10 yet. I've only flown on the 8 and the 9. That one is heading off to Kailua Kona. We have a Delta that I believe should be going to LAX lined up on the reef runway. Yes, it is. We have the Majuro flight lit up too. But thank you very much, Hans. I appreciate that. Thanks for being a long-time member. I don't think, Brandon, I don't think 4K would help the 360 camera too much because we're kind of at the limitation of the camera. It can only shoot at such, I mean, for a video, it'll shoot 8K, but to stream, it'll only shoot at a certain resolution. Anything more than it's currently doing is just stretching a already stretched picture. So I don't think it would improve the picture quality. We're just kind of at the limit of that technology. Well, the limit of that technology at my price point. There are 360 cameras that'll stream in 4K resolution, but they're out of my budget. Oh, I didn't get to watch, Jonathan. I didn't get to watch their thing because I'm not a member of their channel. But yeah, it makes sense that 4K would be probably the limit of what you'd want to do. 8K seems like diminishing returns too. Yes. Starlink has issues. I know there's some other streamers that use Starlink, but everybody I know personally that's tried to stream with Starlink has issues because the upload is never what they promise you to begin with. So I don't think Starlink would give me any more upload than I currently have. And it also has jumps in the signal when it switches satellites that can mess with the live stream. And on top of that, and after all that, it would just involve me switching up everything about what I have for internet. So I don't really want to start over because it's a lot of money. Yeah, I'll go right up to 12K, Brandon. Hello, Ken. Good to see you. Is that in the afternoon, Brandon? I don't. I seem, now that you say it, I seem to remember taking a picture of it once. But in the morning, all we get is 737s, 757s, and the triples, I think. Yeah, Starlink is great for downloads, but uploads, especially if you have the mini, because downloads are good because you have a big, powerful antenna pointing at a little tiny antenna, but when you go upload, it's a little tiny antenna pushing it out. So we have a Starlink at my work as a fail over everything else failed internet thing, and we've never been able to get over 6 megabit up. Don, what do you use to stream from the volcano? Do you just use a cell signal? If you guys don't know, our good friend Pizza Friday Don does live streams from the volcano on the Big Island. Is it the big? We have the mini. Do you have the big Starlink? We've had the mini and never been able to get between, I think it's 6 or 8. It's under 10. The Majuro flight, it looks like it's heading down Juliet right now. It's at the other end. It was just turned out of the end of that shot we just saw. He might have good luck with it, but I don't know. Another downside of Starlink is I can't, well, I guess I could. When I travel, I can't take it with me. With the modem I have, it's smaller than a cigar box, so it fits in the luggage. Starlink, it would take up too much room. And then, I mean, even here, I'd have to have the Starlink travel, whatever, roaming plan. So... And on top of all that, if all that wasn't enough reasons for me not to get Starlink, I have a fundamental problem with Starlink. No, it's not Elon. Well, I guess a little Elon. Elon's kind of a jerk. But Elon is one of those people who will say anything to get money. He was buddy-buddy with the Democrats when it was getting him money. Now he's buddy-buddy with the Republicans that's getting him money. He's just a shill. Anyway, besides all that, I have, as an astrophotographer, I have a big problem with them just dumping thousands of satellites up in the sky. That one is under tow. I don't know where it's going. Might be towing it over to another gate. I don't know where that one's going. I'm not even ranting. Am I ranting? Let's just make sure. If I'm ranting, I'll throw up the disclaimer. All right, Majuro flight's next out on the reef run. We also have a 717 that is a little bit to the left of this shot that is waiting for 8 left. I don't know what it's waiting for. I don't see anything coming in, but I did turn my ATC down a little bit. Is we're going to flip over away from these two Hawaiians because the measure flight is moving. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I got good sleep last night. I only had one really vivid dream last night that I remember, so that means I slept pretty good, I think. It was a really weird dream. It was not a weird dream. It was just a why dream. It was a dream about my sister supposed to come here, and we bought tickets to a concert here. And then she canceled, and then we had to try to sell her concert tickets. I don't know where that came from. No, I didn't really care for the double stuffed Pop-Tarts, Brandon. So if you guys saw my Instagram story yesterday, you know I got the caramel double stuffed Pop-Tart. It was just okay, and I don't know. It's just okay. Hello, Kirsten. Good to see you. Pizza Friday Dawn, I have been toying with the idea of buying a scissor lift bed K-truck, but not quite making the buy another vehicle funds on the channel right now, so that's just a pipe dream. Isn't that a Hot Pocket? Isn't a pepperoni pizza stuffed Pop-Tart, isn't that just a Hot Pocket? I haven't had a Hot Pocket in, geez, decades. Holy cow, I used to live off Hot Pockets in college. Ooh, we have co-chair crew in the house. Hello, Luke. If you guys don't know the random spotter, he's a member of the Code Share crew. I need a fancy graphic like Walt, who is the third member of the Code Share crew. It's the random spotter, Runway DFW, and myself. And we'll be putting the band back together, as they say, come this September. Keep an eye out. But as true to Luke, the random spotter's name, he will randomly spot on you. He does live streams randomly. Frank, that's a pretty good one. That was one I expected not to like. That lemon blueberry frosted one. I expected not to like that one, but I was actually kind of surprised. I didn't. The crust without the frosting on it was kind of dry, but the actual filling and the frosting was quite tasty. Okay, the toothpaste livery snuck out on us because it's not on the app. Is that it right there? Super zoom. Yeah, that's it right there. It is pushed back, but it's not on the app yet. You can see Fred with his nose up. Look at this shot. How about this shot? This is a shot you won't see in many live streams. A C5 with its nose up, an MD-11 tail, and a toothpaste livery all in the same shot. Thanks, Brandon. Good luck keeping those frozen on the plane. Oh, Kendall is going to make an appearance. Oh, Kendall do some IRL modding for Walt. That'll be cool. Now, Luke, are you talking about your rocket stream? I saw an ad for that. Maybe I saw the placeholder for that. Where did I see that? But I didn't actually get to watch the stream because I was busy. Oh, it's now up on the thing. This is 990. Oh, they changed the number on me. It's one. Virgin America flight 142 heading off to Seattle. I thought it was 990. Oh, we got a C-17 also. Look at this. We have a nice... That's a nice quad set of planes there. Look at that. We got 2 quad jets, a special livery, and a tri-jet all in the same shot. So the one on the left is a C-17, which I don't see lit up, but it is moving. Then we got the C-5. That's the one with his nose up at us. A little pretentious Fred with his nose up in the air at us. So we got 3 people over on the 360 cam. So you guys enjoying the new view? I have a slightly different view on the 360 camera today. It's kind of a behind the scenes view. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Kind of a more traditional behind the scenes view, but we still get the 360. So let me know which one you like better. I don't know if I like being on camera all the time, but we'll see. Next one out on the reef runway is a 717 heading off to Lehue. Behind that will be the toothpaste livery. I don't know what that C-17 is doing down there, but it looks like it's shifting around. Our first A380 is now about halfway between the island of Kauai and Oahu. So it is about 15 minutes out. Kelvin, I think there's a good shot. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I'm sure we're not privy to. So I'm sure they wouldn't make these announcements if they didn't have some kind of knowledge. They have been getting the one here ready. They've done a couple of engine starts on it, and they've moved it to the other end. I sure hope so, and I sure hope I'm here to be able to catch this one leaving. Now, there also is the possibility of them just using them for international, so they don't have to deal with FAA, but I'm not sure how well that would go. But that's all a little out of my realm of expertise. But I do think they will fly again, and I do think it's not going to be that long. Now the UPSs and what happens to those, I think it would be, as long as the cost to retrofit them or get them up to passing their thing is not greater than the cost of the plane, I don't see them going away. They're not gonna be UPS planes. They won't be painted like that, but they're too valuable to just throw in the boneyard, I think. They still have, I don't know the age of, obviously I don't know the age of every MD-11 in the UPS fleet, but there's still life left in them. And I would venture that they will sell them off to someone as long as like I said, the cost is not crazy on the retrofit or repair. Oh, thanks, Ralph. I'm gonna do it this stream and maybe the next stream, and then we'll put a poll up on the YouTube and see which one. Maybe we'll just do one, rotate it. One day it'll be up there, one day it'll be down here. We'll have to see, because I'm not sure how I like it being right behind me all the time. I'm not sure how I feel about that. If I pick my nose or scratch inappropriate areas, just ignore that. Alaska is almost to the end of the taxiway down there, so it should be next. Or sorry, not Alaska. Virgin America. But back to the FedEx, I think they've probably been in very close contact with the FAA, and they probably have an idea more than we do of what's going to happen. It's not going to be a surprise to them. And heck, if they give Trump a golden trophy, they might be in the air tomorrow. Who knows? So far, it looks about 50-50 on the 360 camera, up or down. We have a FedEx triple on the downwind. Let's see if we can put that. It should be right over this. If we go pan up, we should be able to see it. There it is right there. Morning. Pardon me. Pardon me. Thanks, Upper. See, now you guys get to see when I sit down. I have a cheater stool that I set up sometimes so I can sit down while other stuff's going on. But then again, I miss things sometimes. This is a Hawaiian 321. I forgot to click on it to see where it's going. I'll fix that in a minute, though. Yeah, H-Dot, the thing that annoys me about that flight is they announced it when they first announced that they were going to Rome. They said it was going to be, at least here, I don't know what they said in Seattle or on the mainland, but here they promised it as being an easy way, one stop from Hawaii to Rome. You could go from here to Seattle to Rome. One ticket, one stop. Well, it doesn't exactly work that way because all the flights that leave here for Seattle get there after the Rome flight leaves. So if you fly here to Seattle to catch the Rome flight, you have to wait to the next day in Seattle. It's kind of weird. I don't see how they can say that's convenient. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to Honolulu. Getting a little bit of rain behind me now. I'm getting a little nervous. I don't know if you guys could probably see it on the 360 camera. Up in the mountains, it is really raining quite a bit up there, so I have to keep an eye on that. See if it comes this way. It looked a lot clearer earlier today, so we might have to cover some stuff up quickly. But thanks for being here. If you don't know who I am or where I'm at, I can answer both of those questions for you right now. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops, and you are in Honolulu, Hawaii, on the south shore of the island of Oahu, broadcasting live from Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right over here. That's 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there. Kind of somewhere in the middle of the vast Pacific, so that's why we get a lot of weird stuff here. If you like weird stuff, this is the place to be. Not only me, I am weird, but we do get some weird planes that come through here, some interesting ones that stop by for a fill-up and a nap, and then they're on their way again. We get a lot of military transitioning through here because we do have Hickam Air Force Base right on the other side of the airport over there. We get a lot of F-22s and C5s. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Let's give you a little beauty cam here. Hold on. I need to get some stuff covered up. Hold on. Put the rain cover on the, trying to right now to figure out if I need to put the rain cover on the camera or not. I might have to. Yeah, sorry about that. We're having a little rain issues right now. It's not really raining above me, it's raining behind me, but the wind pushes it all this way. So I think we got everything buttoned up just in time for the A380 to show up. It's next for arrival. It's right now over Eva Beach, so should really get a good shot of it here in a second.
Caution, block approaching.
All right. Get everything buttoned up just for the rain to stop. It's okay. I'd rather it be that way. Adrian, the 90% of the time the fighters will take off on 8 right. If we're in reverse ops, they will take off on 22 left, which is the crossing runway. The only exception to that really is the alert birds. Whenever they go out, it's mostly going to be 8 left, no matter what the wind condition. I mean, I guess there's exceptions to that, but whatever the wind condition, they'll mostly go out. They'll go out 8 left because they'll go right from their taxiway to the end of 8 left very quickly. Boy, it is super low tide right now. Look at this. Look how low tide it is. There's our friendly boat is sitting on the bottom still. No one has come to claim it. Yes, the alert planes are on 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week standby. There's a separate area for them over there that's the closest to the end of the taxiway. I don't know what the pilot rotation is on those. I don't have any idea, but I do know that there is someone, 2 of them on standby 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I was interrupted by the rain a minute ago, so let me finish what I was going to say. I said, if you're having a good... I think I was at the point in the speech where I was going to say, if you're having a good time, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, which I know about half of you aren't, please hit that subscribe button as well. We do 3 shows a week here, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We do members-only streams. Try to do them once a month, but it varies just depending on our schedule. We have some trips coming up later in the year. Should have a lot of fun this year. We have all kinds of cool stuff going on. So if you like what you see, if you like military action, freighter action, fighter action, we have a little bit of everything, including a golden gopher here for some reason. But please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go the next extra step, there's also membership levels available starting at just $2 a month. We are gonna make to celebrate our 3 years on Saturday. We're gonna add an extra benefit to all the channel members coming up Saturday. So tune in for that. We'll have a little extra little kiss for all the channel members. We'll announce that on Saturday, so be here for that. Saturday is going to be our snooze button Saturday, so we're going to start about an hour later, 7:45, and we'll see how long we run, because I have no idea really, but we'll see how long we run Saturday. I think that's it. Merch store, we got merch store, t-shirts like this one here, my Oktoberfest t-shirt. Our special t-shirts that we have. Let's see here. We got the Keep the Puolani shirt. This is kind of a subtle, not really subtle, kind of a, hey, let's keep the Hawaiian liveries. And on that same note, we do have the Defend Puolani shirt. Both of those shirts, if you purchase them from the shop, a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Pacific Aviation Museum out on Fort Island. So it's a win-win-win situation. You get a t-shirt, Pacific Aviation gets a little bit of money, and then I get a little bit of money, and everybody wins. It's a good all-around good thing. So, but thanks all for being here. Thanks to the mods for hanging out. Thanks to the channel members. And really appreciate y'all. Still waiting for a MUA 1. I think I said a MUA 1 would be in around 9. Next heavy coming in on this side is coming in from Tokyo. It's a Hawaiian 330. It should be here in about 3 minutes. Oh, you're quite welcome, CM Bailey. Hello, not Captain Weber. If you weren't here earlier this morning, we have still doesn't look like anything's happening around it. This plane has been here, I think maybe Saturday, Sunday, something like that. It's been here a few days. I don't know why it's here. They do, Sun Country does some charters out here, but they usually don't stay here that long. The next Hawaiian is, I'd say it's about over Kapolei. We do have a Southwest that is scampering down Juliet right now. That is headed off to San Jose. We have another one that's pushed back at the terminal side. It is heading off to San Diego. So the sand flights are about to leave. Josh, I'm sure we will eventually. They're both ETOPS rated planes. So if you don't know what Josh is talking about, Southwest has got 2 new liveries for the 250th birthday of the United States. Independence 1 and Liberty 1, I believe. Oh yeah, Josh just put that in there, yeah. I looked at the pictures of them yesterday, and you can always tell the ETOPS planes because it will actually say ETOPS on the front landing gear door. So when the door is open, you'll see it says ETOPS there. That's supposed to be there so, you know, people don't mix up the planes. They don't send the wrong planes. But it still happens. American has sent a non-ETOPS plane out here before. So if you don't know what ETOPS is, it's just a certification, ETOPS. That it's a certification for twin engine planes who fly over water, fly over extended water. There's extra maintenance, extra checks, extra that they have to do for those planes that fly over water. Yeah, that's one of the ones we don't get, Josh. A lot of the other the only state plane we get, I think, is Inua 1. I think all the rest are on non-ETOPS planes. There's a lot of Southwest that aren't ETOPS. On the ETOPS certification flight for the first Southwest that came out here, it actually left here and went all the way to Love Field, direct. And all the forums were like, oh, maybe they'll add Dallas as a stop eventually. You know? No, they only did that because the plane had nothing on it. It was all fuel, no passengers, no baggage, and it had very favorable wind conditions that day. That's the only reason it was able to make it. Yeah, I'd like to see more of them too, but I understand why they don't, because it's probably a very expensive process to make sure all those planes have ETOPS certification, especially when they have most of their routes don't need it, so they only have to have enough that come out here. Our second A380 is about a half an hour out. It's supposed to be here at 9:01, so that's still in our wheelhouse to see in the show. We're not going to miss it. Okay, I don't want to promise anything, but we shouldn't miss it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about it earlier. I don't know why that one specifically is here, but we do get a lot of sun countries as charter flights, mostly from Utah. So it's a lot of the Mormon church charters. Usually they're in and out in a day, though. They don't hang around because it's too expensive to just have them sitting here. But Oahu has the largest Mormon population and largest Mormon cathedral outside of Utah here. But it's up on the North Shore in a town called Laie. So there's a lot of people going back and forth between Utah. It's kind of surprising there's not more direct flights to Salt Lake City from here. There are some. I think United has one in the afternoon. I don't know if that's every day. I've taken that flight before. So the building you're looking at is the airport center. Trying to catch the train going in front of it. That concrete elevated thing there. That's the elevated train track for the local mass transit. I don't know, minimal transit. It's not really mass transit. It's minimal transit. But we're trying to catch the train over there. That's why I keep flipping back and forth to the shot. But the building with the whale on the side, that is the airport center. That used to be the headquarters for Hawaiian Airlines at one time. They sold the building. Now the headquarters for Hawaiian Airlines is up in Seattle somewhere. I'm sure they have a local office or two still, but the painting on the side is done by a guy named Weiland. I don't remember his first name. He's very famous. He has a gallery on Maui, I think, and then he used to have a gallery here. I know Mrs. Reverse Ops applied to work at that gallery one time. But there's a giant mural on the whole side of the building of a whale breaching in the daylight. If you drive the other way and see the building from the other side, there's another mural on the other side of some whales, but it's a sunset mural. And if you're driving on H1 there, on the other side of that building, at a certain point, the painting matches up with reality. Because on the painting, you can see Diamond Head in the painting. And there's a certain point when you're driving where the Diamond Head aligns with Diamond Head. Yes, I did know that, Brandon. Robert Weiler, thank you. We have a... Oh, why is my Zoomy Zoom not working? Zoomy Zoom, don't fail me now. There we go. We have a wooden sculpture by Weiland, I think, at the house. Mrs. Reverse Ops likes her whales. She loves whales. That's one thing we do a lot in the early part of the year is we go whale watching. Usually on Sunday afternoons after baseball. We'll go whale watching. Oh, a military charter. Interesting. I guess the military does have enough money just to let it sit there and rack up parking fees. Usually I don't pretend to know every flight that comes in and out of here, but usually the military charters, for personnel anyway, are usually Atlas or Coletta. I'm not sure if ATI does any, but I'm not sure if they do any passenger, but I know we'll get some passenger Atlases in here when they have large amounts of people to move. All right, take care, Ken. We'll see you next time. Next one coming in from Lehui. This is the one we've been talking about all morning long. The thumbnail for the show, which I kind of got lucky. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know it was going to be here today. I make my thumbnails when I make the schedule. So I made the schedule over the weekend, and I had no idea Emu 01 was going to be here today, but it is, and I'm happy about that. I love it when a plan comes together. But it'll be the next one in on 8 left, so we'll still a little bit far out. It's over Coalina right now. But we'll pick it up here in a second. It's running a little bit early. Scheduled for 9:05. estimated for 8:48, and it might actually beat 8:48 because it's almost here. Must have taken the expressway over from Kauai. It's like the Maui flights to here. They're scheduled. I think they're on paper for about 40 minutes, but I've seen them do it in 22 minutes. Well, Mike, I don't know. That's out of my. That's definitely out of my knowledge base. But I do know they still write ETOPS on the plane. So. All right, I gotta mute the stream for just a second. Sorry, I had a rather important work email I needed to address. Sorry. So this used to have color-matched wheels. I don't know if I can't tell on the back ones anymore, but it looks like the front ones are white again. The front wheel hub was blue when it was new, and the back hubs were pink to match where they are on the plane. But I think they've all probably been rotated out. At least the nose cone's still the same color. Kauai. So if you're over on Kauai, look straight up. We do have our DHL, our first of 2 DHL 777s just off the Waimanalo coast. That's probably about 15 minutes out. That is the Singapore DHL, Singapore Airlines. The second one will still make it in the show today as well. That is 9:26 for the second one. We do have a C-17 that is approaching from the south that looks like it's on its way. And then we have a Australian Air Force C-130 that looks like it's moving on Hickam now. So a lot of things coming up in the next few minutes. See if we can find that C-130 over there. Not that far. What's that? Oh. Should be popping up. There's kind of a hill there, so sometimes the planes get obscured by the hill there. But we should be able to see its tail as it wanders across. We also have a Queen that is lit up that is heading off to Sydney. That is scheduled for 8:52, so that's right on time. Maybe it's one of those stealth C-130s. I don't see it yet. Ooh, is that it there? That might be it there. No. It is right at the end of Bravo. I mean, of Alpha. Where? How come I can't see it? Ah, there it is. Okay. It was stuck behind Fred. All right, so the next one out on the reef runway is lined up and waiting for a Cessna. This kind of hard to see because it is like tiny and gray down there, but it's the C-130 is just under the wingtip of the larger C-5 there. Got Rainbow Love dropping in the shop link. Thank you, Rainbow Love. All right, so we'll come back to the C-130. We got that 717 out on the reef runway, so it's not really a great shot of this plane right here anyway, so we'll come back to it in just a second. That's a fancy plane. Global 6000. Private owner. Alex 99. I think I passed it. There it is. Might as well be stealth. Geez, I can't see it. Well, that doesn't have it. It's just a regular Global 6000, so that does not have the fine Corinthian leather package. So those people will be sitting on old tweed or not fine Corinthian leather. All right. So we have that C-130 that's passing. Then we're going to get the C-17 coming in. So we'll take that one here in just a second. But the next one in is a C-17, and that is right there. You know, it's starting to get close to summer when we get this kind of heat haze at 9 in the morning. We have a DHL triple on the downwind. I don't see it up there. It's probably there somewhere. I don't have the best vision in the world. So this is a Hawaii-based C-17. You can tell there on the tail. Does have the HH for Hickam. And then the yellow and red stripe there. Usually, I can't see it from here, but usually has some shark teeth in it. It says Hawaii. All right, so that C-130 we saw, well, we kind of saw. It was kind of gray and tiny. That'll be the next one out. That is going to beat the 747, which will be second or third for departure. Dooby-dooby-doo. Next one in is on this side, though, is Japan Airlines. It's a 7-6 coming in from Tokyo Narita. The A380 is past the halfway point between Oahu and Kauai. So we're looking at about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how it lines up over there. Rob H. coming back to us at the 717 level. Thank you very much. It says new member there, but I know you've been a member before. Thank you very much for coming back to us. Really appreciate that. Thanks you for your support. I don't think O'Malley's here, so we'll get Brandon to swing by with the hog drink today. Oh, what's... Oh. I didn't know he was coming out. anything from those guys on the ATC. They were playing it coy on us. So if you're new here, those were F-22As, most likely from the 199th Fighter Squadron of the Hawaii Air National Guard. I never heard anything. Usually you can, especially if there's a lot of stuff on Juliet over there, you can hear the, you can never hear the fighters. The fighters are always on a encrypted channel. But the ATC talking to them or talking to other planes, usually you get a sense they're coming down because they will tell the plane to stay behind the fighters, or the fighters will wait for them, or something like that. You'll hear it. I didn't hear anything. Maybe because maybe I need to turn my ATC up a little then. I didn't hear anything. All right, so we're waiting on this side because the C-130, the Australian Air Force C-130, is rolling now. It looks like the 747 is next. It's our good friend Joshua. He's the Transair pilot. Just gave us a nice honk and a wave. The Super just called in, so that means he's crossing over the west coast of the island. So he's about 9 or so miles away. He's got the DHL in front of him, so we'll see which ones we get with the Queen about to start rolling. I should get the Queen before the 747. I mean, before the A380. Got a FedEx blocking the shot of the Queen. It's not very nice. wind is starting to pick up a little here. It's not too bad yet. The windsock is still limp, so it's still not too bad. Okay, let's go. Let's see. When is the DHL going to turn? As soon as it turns, we'll flip over to it. And let's go with it. This will be. This is Singapore Airlines doing the work for DHL. We actually do have Singapore Airlines employees here that man this flight. There's 2 of them. Nice. So, sorry, I was trying to figure out where the A380 is. Looks like it's still just a little bit out there. Looks like the nose is still up on that Fred or the C5 over there, so I doubt we're going to get that in today's show. There is... We will get this one in today's show. Hello, Sun Dragon. Let's get a little closer. Don't be shy. Get a little closer. So air it extra dry. Guess what's behind me? Move. Move. Alright. This one, I think it's empty. I didn't see any cows in that one. But it doesn't smell empty. It still smells horrible. Not as far as I know. My best guess on the cows is they come over on a big ship that can't go to one of the other islands, and they ferry them over to the other islands on a plane. That's my best guess, but I really don't know. Because a lot of the other, all the other islands don't have a deep water port. In fact, Honolulu isn't that big either, so we can't take something like a Long Beach could take. We could take some of the smaller ones, but none of the other ones have even anything that big. They couldn't. So anything that comes over, a lot of the stuff that goes over on the bigger ships has to unload here and then go via either plane or boat to one of the other islands. Sometimes they go on a barge. They'll tug a barge over. At least it's the 3-2 configuration, so you wouldn't have to have the cow in the middle seat necessarily. Yeah, Sun Dragon. It's it's a little odd. They just put a temporary hold on the Jones Act, which I don't understand how that even makes a deal. It makes a difference. They still can't bring the big container ships here. Oh, there's two of them over there, Eham. I don't know which one is which. I'll show you here in just a second. There are two C5s over there. So there's one in the trees to the right. I don't know if you can see the tail above the cockpit of the MD-11. And then there's the one with the nose open. So I don't know which one's which. Well, I don't understand. Maybe I'm not smart enough, Brandon, but I don't see how that's going to change anything without way more than just repealing the Jones Act. Because those giant container ships that go to Long Beach and the port of San Francisco and Oakland and all that, they can't come here. The harbor is not big enough. So you open it up to things like that, but they can't come here anyway. You're still reliant on the stuff coming from the mainland on the ships that are designed to come here. Now, there may be some things about gas and maybe larger petroleum tankers can come here. I don't know, but it just seems like a lot of... The Jones Act is this evil buzzword that everybody in Hawaii says, oh, if they repeal the Jones Act, all the prices will come down. Prices aren't going to come down. Prices don't come down. And then if prices do come down, then they go up shockingly and come down a little bit. So like say gas is $3 a gallon, and then all of a sudden it becomes $5 a gallon. And everybody freaks out. And then it goes down to $4. And everybody's all happy. Oh, it went down to $4. Well, you're still paying $1 more than you were 6 months ago, but you feel like it's a good deal. Because it's just big companies and big rich people playing with everybody else just to make their stock price. To quote a great movie, it's all to make Bill Lumberg's stock go up 1/4 of a point. That's all it is. If you know that, if you understand that about life, every decision that companies made, every decision that governments made is all to make the stock price go up just a little bit so everybody gets rich except for us. And we just sit here. We just sit here and pretend everything's okay. Hello, Larry. You got here just in time. This one is Hawaiian Flight 850 coming in from Osaka. So we have Zip Air lit up. That's going to push back here in just a second. We should get that in today's show. We might be getting another... Ooh, is this... Oh, is this going to come here, or is this going to... Oh, I think it might be going to... I think it might be going to John Rogers Field out there in Kapolei. There's a Swearinger Metroliner that has turned, was on the downwind and has turned north. It looks like it's going to go to looks like it's going to go to Barber's Point out there, Kalialoa. That plane there belongs to the U.S. military. It's Navy in particular. And it's based, I don't know if it's based out at Barking Sands, but it's at Barking Sands a lot, which is on Kauai. Barking Sands is a ballistic missile test area on Kauai. And it is on there a lot, and it never comes here. Flies right over a bunch. I'll say never. It's been here a couple times. but it looks like it just left K-Bay. Which is the Marine base on the other side of this island. Zippy's Air, that's right, I'm sorry, I forgot. Zippy's Air is pushing back. I'll remember that by the time we're all sick of it. Next one coming is another Hawaiian 330. This one's coming in from Tokyo, Haneda. Yeah, that's wearing... that Metroliner is definitely going to go into Kalialoa out there. I mean, it's just a plane. It's just annoying that it flies by here all the time and never stops. One of the local plane spotters did get a shot of it here, though. Yeah, it's amazing all the things done in the early part of this past century when you could pay someone a nickel a day. Things got done. Now that you can't pay anybody a nickel a day anymore, stuff doesn't get done anymore. That second DHL Singapore Air 777 is on the downwind now. It's about to turn. It's got a couple planes in front of it, a couple smaller planes in front of it. A Southwest, a Hawaiian, and a Virgin America all out there. Zippy's Air has made an appearance, though. I think it's... There it is right there. Get your is it mochu? What's their chicken dish? I always get the spaghetti with meat sauce or the breakfast pancake combo. I'm very simple with my Zippy's order. I do like their spaghetti with meat sauce. They have a good club sandwich. Mochu chicken? It's not mochi chicken. It's I think it's mochu chicken. Mochico chicken. There we go. Thank you. Hello, everyone. So we got about another 15 or so minutes left in the presentation today. We got a couple more planes we're waiting on. I don't know if Qantas is a. I don't remember if Qantas is a Thursday flight. Let's zoom out there. I don't see Qantas out there. Oh, is that it down there? Oh, it is a Thursday flight. It's got 34 minutes left, so it's just after 10. So I don't think we're going to see that in today. The third ANA is 10:15, so we're going to miss those. Okay, we do have Zippies and a Virgin America coming in, so we get those. But I just want to say thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good time. If you're not having a good time, send me a very lengthy message on YouTube and make sure you tell me all the stuff you hate about me, because that's apparently the in thing to do this week. So, but thanks everybody. This 717 here, it just came in from Lehui. It's going to make a sharp left turn there. It'll cross right by the Zippy's Air here in a second. So we'll go back to Zippy's. Why is there a Southwest down there? Oh, that's on 4 right. Very confused about that for a second. There it is. Speaking of that, there it is right there. There it is. Thanks, Lance. CFI on the fly's got it down. Those are the got the two comments right in a row. Oh, comedy. It's all about comedy. Oh, hello. The funniest thing about hate mail and hate comments, and I don't get a ton of them. I'm very fortunate. I have a very great audience. But there are a couple people who decide they need to tell me everything that they don't like about me. And my philosophy is, that is not my problem. That is your problem. If you don't like me, that's your problem. Why are you telling me? I'm not going to change. So the way I think about it, if someone sends me a hate comment or a hate email, I just chalk it up to, that's your problem. Thanks, RSVP. All right, the last one that came in that I kind of ignored is Virgin America. This is Virgin America flight 355. It came in from Portland with the extra X. This is a MAX 9. Thanks, Ace. Oh, do we have Rainbow Love in the house? Is Rainbow Love still here? The Rainbow... Oh, she's leaving. She's at the Rainbow Copter. She's leaving in the Rainbow Copter. Somebody put out the rainbow signal. Oh, there's two of them. Dos rainbows copters. Where'd the other one go? There's we had dos. Rainbow Love times 2. All right, so the next one in is that second DHL Singapore 777. It is very close to being down. We're going to keep it a little wide because we're getting a little late in the show and the heat haze is getting a little ridiculous. I still have a hate comment from a while back that it was so petty and stupid that I was going to make a T-shirt out of it, and I haven't got around to that yet. Be honest, Brandon, how many times have you gotten a 1-star Yelp review at work? I don't think my work has a Yelp. My work shouldn't have a Yelp review page, so I'm okay. Oh, we have Air Transport International just lit up. That's a 757. We'll see if that goes out. We're gonna roll this just so I don't forget to roll it. We still got a few minutes left. But I'd like to thank my 787 Honolulu level traveler levels members. I spit that out badly. Perth Mark, Ken Smith, Rich F, Frank Schoenstein, Chris L, and our 330 international members: Fred, Ron, Martin, Robbie, Will, Ken, Jane, Scott, Maui Dave, OSU WSP, Adam Bryant, Straw Hat, Jonathan McD, Gabriel, Sydney, Flyer KG, and Daniel. Thank you very much. And a big shout out to all the 321 level members and the 717 level members. Thank you all for helping this thing go around. If you were gifted a membership today, your name will appear in next stream's list. Dog Dad Ryan, thanks for subscribing. We are at the Mauka end of Lagoon Drive. So that's the north end of Lagoon Drive. That's the street that runs down the east side of the airport. There is a small street, which I can never remember the name of, that has some car rental storage lots on it at the end of 8 left. So we are right there. We also stream from the other end of Lagoon Drive in the general aviation parking lot. But it just depends. That gets us a lot closer to 8 right, and then this gets us a lot closer to 8 left. So it just depends on how we're feeling that day. I try to keep it balanced, so I know a lot of people like it down there because we're close to the departures, and then a lot of people like it up here because we get the 717s and some of the 321s directly overhead. So it's just try to mix it up, make sure everything, we see a variety of everything over a couple of shows. One of these days I'll remember it. My 1-star review. Love the show. He couldn't remember the street name. 1 star. So after the credits here, I'll show you on a map exactly where we're streaming from. I can't pull the map up with the credits going, but we're almost done. I'd also like to thank the world's most dangerous mod crew. Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Alan, Kirsten, Brandon, and Keith PDX, our HNL Ops mod. He's over on the other side with the 360 camera. Thank you very much, Keith. A special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops. I think we had most of the mods show up for a little while today. Thank you all again. You guys really helped me out a lot. Come on, copyright date. There we go. Gotta make it all legal. All right, we will go here. And while we're waiting on the next plane, we will show you exactly where we are. My little clock box is bad. So today we are right here at Lagoon Drive and whatever that other street is. That is at the end of 8 left, which is this runway right here. The parallel runway for it is 8 right. That is the reef runway out there. That is on a man-made peninsula. The crossing runways are the 2 4s, 4 left, 4 right. We also have a couple of water runways here, 4W and 8W. Those don't get used anymore. Terminal buildings are all up here to our right. Hickam Air Force Base is over here. That's why we get all the military action at Hickam Air Force Base over here. I think something just clicked in the truck. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry, I thought I heard a click of a battery kicking off, but apparently I was wrong. Dad Ryan, it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you are a amateur photographer, you can go up in the Terminal 1 parking garage and get a good shot from up there. If you go to the 7th floor, unfortunately they will not let, I'm going to do air quotes to the camera, professionals up there, and they consider me a professional, so they won't let me up there. But they have no problem with amateurs going up there. Every once in a while you'll get a overzealous security guard, but for the most part they're pretty cool up there. We got 2 more planes I want to see. I want to see Zip Air, and I think we're going to call the ATI our Honolulu planes. We got Zip Air and ATI, and then I got to get to work. The wind is really picking up now. It's really picking up. Alright, so we have a 717 that's going to go out to Maui, and then we'll have the Honolulu plane of the day, which is the ATI Air Transport International, heading off to the island principality of Not Available, where I hold a summer home there. No Concorde yet. Still holding that hope. Zippy's Air. Thanks, Mark. Okay. The one before the ATI is moving, so we'll get that here in just a second. Okay, I think there's actually cows in the one behind me now. I can hear hooves. Let's see if we can see some cows. Yeah, there's definitely cows in there. Moo! 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 Oh, he's going the other direction. Oh, interesting. I wonder where he's going. Maybe they're taking some from the island to the boat. Interesting. I'll have to ask somebody one of these days. ATI is turning on the end of the runway, and that'll put us right in time for our Honolulu plane of the day. Everybody yell it with me. Honolulu! Come on, ATI. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, I hope you're not waiting for that Cessna. You can beat that Cessna out. Come on. There's a Grand Caravan coming in from Lanai that it might be waiting for. So we'll just stay here and watch the next plane land. That's another 321 from Hawaii. Hawaiian. From Kahului, not Kapalui, Kahului, Maui. Come on, ATI. You can do it. Ah, it's moving. So we're going to flip over to this side. So I'd like to, while we're waiting for this, I'd like to give a special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops, who remembered to buy me off insect repellent. I was not bit by one mosquito today. So thank you very much, Mrs. Reverse Ops. I'm going to smell like off the rest of the day at work, but other than that, it's going to be okay. Wind is crazy right now. Okay. Bye. I got to run. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to flip you over to the 360 camera so you guys can check that out. That is a separate channel. So please make sure you subscribe here and like here on your way out. And when you get over there, do the same thing. That would really help me out a lot. More cows coming up behind us. You'll be able to see them on the 360 camera in just a second. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you on Saturday.